Good morning, everybody. Just heading down here to the end, near the driveway here, near the highway. Just heard the sounds of equipment being dropped off. So they drop it off here in the parking lot. Here, I'm gonna give you a little over-the-shoulder look here. So there's the church, and then got my gloves with me right there. There's the excavator right there. So I'm gonna head over, fire it up, and start getting to work. I'll bring you guys along on a ride for a little bit. It's got some stumps to pull up, stumps to move, things like that. So we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. So I just wanted to show you this stump here that I'm wrestling with. I've probably been on this for about 15-20 minutes or so. And this is a white oak here. I'm not sure if it really see how deep this hole is. This deep part probably down in here is 8 feet, probably below the surface, something like that. But this just goes to show you how straight down this root system goes, and these are really tough to get out. And this honestly really wasn't even a large tree. You can see maybe by the stump over here, that stump across the top there is probably only about 10 inches across. So like I said, not really a big tree. Some of the other ones I have further up the property are probably twice that size, so we'll see what that's going to be. But really at this point, this might be one of these times where I'm just going to grab the chainsaw, cut this off down here at the bottom, and then just pull whatever is left out of the root system here, because that's 10 inches wide at the top here, and it's about the same width across the bottom here. So it is definitely a stout root system for sure. Pretty tough to get out here, even with this this equipment. So we're going to keep hacking at it for a little while and see what happens. All right, I'm working my way up the hill here, and I'm coming into a segment here that's going to be rather challenging. I have this stump here. This is a white oak, and that's the size of it there. I have one there. I've got another one right here, roughly this, a little smaller, but one there, and then this one down here. Okay, intermixed. I got a couple little small things here and there that might not be too bad, but these stumps here are going to be something else. So I grabbed my chainsaw, and I'm probably just going to get down below the surface 4 or 5 feet and then kind of cut them out from there. So when I ran up and got the tripod here, I just grabbed the chainsaw. So I'll put you guys on time lapse here. I'll show you these and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I don't know how exciting that was for you, but man, oh man, getting that thing out of there, that was pretty intense. So I got myself a nice little hole here. That's fine, we'll get this all kind of pushed back in here, but man, that thing, I realize I know my problem is with some of these, I'm trying to hit them just from one side, but it definitely helps if you can get them from two different sides. In fact, I had trouble actually getting out to this side of this stump, just because some of the roots and some of the other tree stumps that were down there. And but we made it up here, and we'll get this out of here. So I think I'm going to take some time now. I'll push all this dirt back in. What I'm going to do, all these stumps that I have pulled out, now they're kind of just strewn about the road. There's some down there, there's some over there, there's some right here. So I might just take some time and kind of consolidate all those, put them up on the burn pile or over the hill, just to kind of get them out of the way. I got to push some dirt back in here first, and you know, we'll just go from there. All right, guys, just want to show you where we're at now. I got all of those stumps out that I wanted to get out, those large oaks and things like that. You can see I've got some serious divots, I should say indentations, I guess, in the ground. We're going to have to fill those in, obviously. So my idea is that since this is all going downhill this way towards the entrance, I've gotten up here, up the hill. Let's see if I can work this thing. So coming down the hill, I'm going to use the excavator to just kind of push dirt and kind of fill these indents in down here. So I pulled one or two things from up here as well. You can see I got some stumps and stuff over there. Those came out. Everything up here came out relatively easily, but it wasn't too bad. So really, if I bring somebody out here now to you know, get a dozer out here or something, they would really have no problem at getting around here and pushing that dirt down there. No real stumps in the way or anything like that. It's lunchtime. I'm going to go get something to eat. I have some more stumps to pull out up here by cabin 4 and 5. So we're going to work on that after lunch. And then I think I'm actually going to start moving some of these stumps down into our little dump pile and stuff, and really kind of cleaning this place up. So I have a good jump on it right now, and we're going to keep hammering. Hang in there. All right, guys, back from lunch. This is kind of what we're looking at this afternoon. Got a couple stumps right here. They should be relatively easy to pull out. That large green bush over there, that's a stump. Most of those stuff there that's growing things out of it are stumps that have to come out as well. And then I have this large pile of stumps. This is one of the things that I needed the excavator for. If you remember a while ago, I stacked up a bunch of stumps over there, and that's actually the roadway that goes back out to the camping area. But that's blocked right now with all those stumps that I can't move by hand. So I'm gonna get the excavator down there and push those down into the kind of the debris field. So several things to try and take care of. You can see I got it over here. I've got that white oak. That might be a bear to get out. That one was pretty healthy when I brought it down, and we'll just have to see how that goes. So yeah, got some work to do. Here we go. All right, that one there came out not too bad. A little better than what I thought. I think having that about 2 foot of that stump still sticking out really gave me some good leverage, and I was able to kind of pop that out of there, not too bad. So next little part of this little project, got all these stumps right here. I need to get them down over into there. All right, so let's get it done. All right, well that wasn't too bad. That area got cleaned up fairly quick. It's nice to have this little roadway thing here cleared through here so I can start maybe dragging some other stuff down through there. Well, I'm gonna kind of fill this hole in over here, maybe another stump or two around that I might want to grab, but generally just doing some cleanup. Got to grab more let's see, I don't know if you can see it, but I got some root balls and stuff up there I just pulled up. I want to drag them down here too, so give you guys a break for a little bit, and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. This is day 2 of fun with power tools. A little foggy this morning. No question as to why they call it the Great Smoky Mountains. But a little socked in, but it's definitely clear enough for me to get some things done. So this morning, some low-hanging fruit. I've got some stumps. There's a couple down there, a couple over here. Stumps that are going to have to go into the burn pile, and we're going to knock those out here rather quick this morning. Probably pull a few more, and then we'll see where the day takes us. Okay, so we're going to file this under dumb stuff Todd does with heavy equipment. So I got this tree right over there, okay, goes quite a bit. It's quite the tree. You can see this here, but it's completely dead, and it is falling. But there's an oak tree that's holding it up, and I don't believe that oak tree is going to fall anytime soon. So I need to get rid of that tree. It's not in danger of actually falling on the cabin itself. It's just, you know, I don't need people showing up saying, hey, there's something's going to fall on my car or something like that. So I'm going to try and push it off of the oak and hopefully have it land somewhere down over there. If not, well, we'll handle it when it happens. Here we go. Okay, that was super sketchy. Where I was pushing on the tree itself actually started to crack and break. I'm not quite sure what would happen to the stuff above the bucket when it does break in half and stuff. So I think I'm going to get around the other side. I'm going to chain up the bottom of the tree and actually pull the base of the tree that way. So hopefully it just, you know, once I get it off being held up there by the oak tree, it'll fall. I mean, gravity will take over, but just need to find a better way to do it. Here we go. Okay, so I got a chain on the bottom of it. Right now, this here is actually the property line, so I try not to, you know, impose on the neighbors and stuff, but I need to get this tree down, so I'm going to try and get the excavator over here. It looks like I can back up this way just a little bit, but getting it in here is kind of tough. I got quite a few little pine trees here that aren't, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Take two. Pretty good view I'm going to show you of what the tree actually looks like, kind of going up the side of it here. I don't know how clear you can see it, but there is like a little piece of oak that's there. It's just kind of caught in like a fork of it. So that's what was giving me the problem when I was trying to push it. So, well, set you guys up and you guys can find out what happens the same time I do. Well, not the smartest thing I've ever done, but let's take a look. So there's the base of it there. It looks like I moved it, I don't know, 20 feet or so. And there's the hole right over here. And then this is where it ended up. You can see kind of where I was struggling to, very little room to move here. I got this big pine here, this one, and those back there. So I could really only go back in that direction. So, and I was just about at my limit. So here's the top portion of it that actually broke off. This was kind of the piece that I was worried about. It's all of this here. And that pretty much fell straight down. This is the oak that it was stuck on. You can see I'm only, 10, 12 feet away from it. Right there, so. Decent size, only a couple branches actually fell. We're quite kind of surprised at that, but again, this thing has been dead for some time. certainly dried out. It doesn't look really rotted. So it might have been able to stay up there for some time, but again, I'm not going to have people might be, I don't know, walking around back here and things just start to fall on them, and that's not going to be cool. So, but yeah, I lost this here, this little oak branch. No big deal. But the good news is it's no longer an issue. I'll get my chainsaw out and we'll clean this up on another day. And all right, back to the excavator. All right, guys, about 2 in the afternoon or so, and the inspector was just here. I've got good news and I've got great news. Yeah, everything went fine. No issues. The only thing he was curious about, you can only be 4 feet above grade with this tube. So, and since I didn't cut the tube and the bottom of that tube is below grade, we are fine. So it can actually go, I looked this up as I was researching stuff, because this is a 10-inch tube, or a 10-inch form, it can go up 10 times its minimal, it says minimal measurement, so 10 inches, 10 times 10 is 100. So if you had engineered plans, this could go up to 100 inches high. But we don't have that, and so 4 feet is our maximum, and everything is fine. You like the fact I had rebar ran from the bottom all the way up the tubes. No issues there. And yeah, we basically talked just for a minute or two to let him know what our plans are, and he said everything's good to go. So I will start pouring these here once I'm done playing around on that big yellow thing there in the background. Now, what I've been working on here just lately, since I have you guys out here, this is now the stump pile. This is where I was burning the other day, so it's now full of stumps. So if you remember, I lost a big tree here to a windstorm that came up. It was this big old pine tree. In fact, there's this is all the remains of it here. So I had a stump sticking out of the ground, you know, 3 or 4 foot stump. I actually just cut that off, and that's these couple pieces right here. So I grabbed the excavator and dragged it along to where now it is sitting right there. Now it's tough to kind of tell, but that dark colored one right there, that's got all the dirt on it and everything. So it'll probably take 4 or 5 days for all these stumps to burn. It's historically terrible to burn stumps. It's just it just takes forever because they're so wet and dense. So this will smolder for probably days before all of this is gone. All right, guys, as I'm looking around the property here, things are looking pretty good. Excavator's been treating me good. The driveway here actually starting to look like something. Got quite a bit of grading to do. It still all really slopes down the whole slope of the property here. So I got some grading to do. I don't know if I'll get into that today, but definitely something that's going to happen here, hopefully while I have the equipment. So other than that, just about all the stumps I have pulled lately are gone now. They're over in this pile. And I don't know. I'm going to keep looking for stuff to dig up. I actually have a project up by the house I might start to get into this afternoon, but you know, we'll see. All right, guys, onward, upward. Well, we're wrapping up day 2 with the excavator on a good note here. Lots happened today, and a lot is looking really good. If you look at this driveway, down there is the apron there. This driveway, this is actually the way down. This will be obviously one way going down, but looking pretty good. I still have to take a little bit off this side and push it, kind of level off a little bit. but it's looking good. I'm able to push quite a bit of dirt, quite a bit more than what I thought with this thing. So it's working rather well. Up here, this was probably the steepest part of the driveway. Just up here, let's see here, yeah, to the left here, this is cabin 5, or the front of cabin 5 there. So it looks like I got about 2 feet maybe down, just down here, and then kind of leveled it off. So I'm gonna have to do some, you know, some manicuring and stuff, because this here to the left is parking for cabin 5. So we're gonna have to do some, you know, some pushing of dirt around. But this portion up here where the excavator is sitting right now is just about level. So we're real happy with that. Got some more work to do right back in here. Got to fill in a little bit, kind of level that out. Also with this big pine and this one here, obviously, I mean, with the driveway going right between it, there's going to be some roots in there. So I'd like to fill more than I take away in those areas. Other than that, guys, that's it. We're wrapping up day 2. Got the okay from the inspector. Dropped a tree, didn't kill myself. That was awesome. Again, don't you know, don't do what I do. Just another look at how it's coming along here. Hopefully it shows up fairly well on video. I know depth is not that easy to pick out. So anyway, day 1 and 2, I'm going to put this together and get this out to you guys. All right, if you're liking what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe, thumbs up, comment, you know, do whatever. Oh, you got more to enjoy. All right, guys, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow.